So you think you know baseball? Well, I'm about to put your knowledge of the rules and odd situations to the test. Baseball riddles are coming up right after this. If you've clicked, probably has one of the most mature sets of rules since it is a sport that has been played for nearly 2.5 centuries. And in those 250 years, a ton of odd situations have occurred. Some of the following incidents did happen and a few are hypothetical. Chirp at me if you know the ones that did happen, and if you get all these right, because then you the real MVP. Riddle number one. A batter clubs a home run over the fence. However, instead of trotting to first, he decides he is a smartass like me and heads to third and runs the bases backwards. What is the official call here? Time's up. The batter is called out and the home run does not count. Rule 7.1 through 7.08 was put in place for the main purpose of not distracting fielders if another runner is on base. But in this case, despite the home run, the batter is out for running the bases out of order. I don't know if anyone has ever forfeited a home run in this manner. However, Jimmy Pearsall once ran the bases backwards. Oh, he touched the bases in order, but he backpedaled the whole time. What is showboating dick? Riddle number two. Runners on first and third, one out. The batter hits a deep fly to right field. The runner on first assumes it's going to drop and takes off. The runner on third plays it smart and tags up. The right fielder makes a spectacular diving catch. The runner on third tags up and scores. The runner on first, however, realizes he needs to get back and heads to first, where a few seconds later, the ball beats him to the bag and he is out, ending the inning. Does the run count? Yes, the run counts, as the out at first is not a force out and the runner crossed the plate before the runner at first was recorded out. Force outs only happen on a base the runner is trying to advance to, not one in which he was returning. Tricky icky there, guys. Riddle number three. Bases loaded, one out. The pitcher winds and delivers, and the batter hits a liner right back at the mound, and it strikes the pitching rubber directly and rolls into foul territory in front of third base. In the confusion, two runners score. The batter gets a late jump out of the box, and the third baseman picks up the ball and tosses it to first. What is the call? It's a foul ball and everyone resets. Rule 2.0 states a batted ball not touched by a fielder which hits the pitcher's rubber and rebounds into foul territory between home and first or between home and third base is a foul ball. It's just like it hit a rock or something. Sorry runners, return to your base, and batter, you probably just got screwed out of a hit. Riddle number four. Only one more left after this one. How are you doing so far? Bases loaded. 2 outs, tie game, bottom of the ninth, 3-2 count. During the pitcher's windup, all the runners take off, and the runner on third goes full bore and arrives at the plate and scores before the pitch even gets there. As the runner is dusting himself off, the pitcher delivers the pitch, and it hits the runner square in the back. The umpire calls it a strike. Is the game over, or do we go to extras? Well, this one took some serious research, but the correct call is we're going to extras. The key in this play is that number one, the pitcher started his delivery before the steal attempt occurred. And number two, the umpire called the pitch a strike. Despite the runner on third touching the plate, the key rule isn't the timing of the score, more so in fact that the batter did not touch first base to allow the run to count. Rule 5.08a, exception. A run is not scored if the runner advances to home base during a play in which the third out is made. 1. By the batter runner before he touches first base. 2. By any runner being forced out. Or 3. By a preceding runner who was declared out because he failed to touch one of the bases. When the umpire calls the pitch a strike, the batter is out. The run doesn't count and the inning is over. Free baseball. And now for the stumper. Riddle number 5. Again, the bases are loaded. Damn ducks on the pond causing all types of problems, eh? 1 out, grounder up the middle. Second base fields it, throws to shortstop, who taps on second base to start the double play. But his throw ends up being wild and gets behind the first baseman. First baseman fields the ball and fires it towards home to tag out the runner headed to the plate, who upon seeing the catcher has the ball, stops and heads toward the dugout. The catcher runs up to him and applies the tag. The batter ends up on third. The problem here, the runner who the catcher tagged was actually on first base when the play started and had already been out at second. Is the inning over because he interfered with the play, or does the inning continue with the batter on third and 2 outs? This scenario actually happened in 1926 when the Cubs played the Dodgers, and the call is actually entirely up to you. Rule 7.09 stipulates that no member of the offensive team can take actions to confuse, hinder, or impede the fielders, but also stresses that a runner continuing to advance after being called out cannot by that act alone be called for interference. So you as the umpire need to deem whether the runner on first intentionally tried to disrupt the play or was just yodeling along like he was in a Walmart. For me, the whole thing seems shady, so I would call him out for interference, but on that day in 1926, the batter was allowed to keep third base, and the Cubs would go on to score 2 more runs in the inning. There has never been anything close to this since, and to this day, it would still be a judgment call by the ump. Geez, why can't games just end as easily as this?
Playable. Hosmer still coming as Hosmer. It's over his head. Astros win.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, as there might be more videos like this because arguing over rules seems to be pretty popular with you guys around here. And of course, don't forget to download the FanDuel app from the link below and enter in my code BASEHIT10 and get a 20% bonus on your first deposit up to $50. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to the end of this video. How many did you get right? Don't lie.